Yeah, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to Everything Altcoin channel. Today we're gonna have another live stream. We got Jay on here. What's good, Jay?
What's going on, EA?
Man, trying to live a dream, but the market ain't letting me, man. See everything live. As you guys come in, remember to like the stream, answer the poll in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about the market. How you
Share,
feeling about the market today, man?
share the stream. Let them know we in here. Um, I'm hopeful. I'm optimistically bullish. Hold on, not optimistic. I'm bullish, but I'm weary.
You weary? Okay. We're gonna get to your charts because I see why you saying that.
Mhm.
You see me, I'm looking at the market manipulators like this, like Stephon Diggs, because this is annoying right now. But let's get into the intro. As you guys come in, you guys already know, check out the Patreon group. We get into some bangers. Got a lot of big plays we've getting into. We're positioned for when Bitcoin starts to act right. These plays are going to go up. We're going to talk about one in the Zora ecosystem that I've been telling you guys plenty of times. There's a lot of virtual plays starting to heat up again. So you guys got to make sure you get into that Patreon group while there's a discount going on right now. You know, for October, you guys can check out all the posts on Patreon to see what plays we've been getting into. Everything for your heart desire. We pretty much just been killing it. But of course, now that the market is down a little bit, people are going to take their time with the market. So we're going to see how that plays out. Remember, check out the ebook to Essentials to Mastering Tokenomics. This will help you guys pick out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Once you're able to understand market cap, FDV, circulating supply, narrative vesting, all of that is very important to picking out the next gem in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Lastly, check out the block fit to get yourself some crypto apparel. It's actually, I got the store open on YouTube too, so you guys can buy it directly on YouTube right now. And get yourself a Tangent wallet. Use code everything Altcoin. Save 10%. This is one of the best hardware wallets out there, cold storage wallets out there that you guys can use. And oh yeah, one more thing. Lastly, I actually just started up my educational channel. Repurposed the EA Verse channel. If you guys remember that, for the gaming side of things, we had some gaming reviews up here. We did Citizens Conflict, compete. Now we're just gonna do it for pretty much educational. So you guys could go subscribe to that. It's already pinned in the comments down below. So let's get into everything, man. Right now, you guys seen how much liquidation has happened, like over, what is it, over $500 million been liquidated from the crypto market lately. And we're starting to see Bitcoin. Let me just refresh this real quick. We're Bitcoin at 107K. What's your thoughts, man? What's your thoughts, Jay?
Man. So we dipping pretty hard right now, but we still got a couple more days in this week. So long as we can bounce, if we have one more bounce before the weekend, nice weekend bounce, then I think we'll be okay. But I'm not
Yeah,
like 10% down. I mean, I like the volatility, but the 10% down after having that big dip is a little bit ugly.
I see you got the charts pulled up. Let me answer some of these comments before you fully get into all of that real quick. So Rebel says, "Sup, what's good, Rebel? Green Bean, what's good? And Crypto Land, what's up? What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Remember, as you guys come in, don't forget to like the stream. Let me know what you guys are feeling today. We got the poll up. Are you guys bearish or bullish? Let me know. And let's get into Jay's charting right now. He got stuff already up there. What's up, Jay? Talk to me.
All right. So are we on the chart? We live? Okay. So
Yeah, we on the chart.
in the last stream, we was looking at this, right? And I was basically saying this blue line right here is it's the bull market line. That's what I call it. So if we up here, we're pretty much good. Once we get below here, we start really touching some of these crazy levels, like when we went to 74K from 110. So right now, I wanted us to hold last week, which we did. That's what makes me still bullish right now, even though we're wicking down here right now. Previous weeks, we always wick below it, like back here 3 weeks ago. We was at 116. We dipped all the way down to 108. So that's kind of what we did this week. We're at 116. We dipped all the way down to 108. So if we bounce right here, that's kind of what I want to see. That's why I'm like, I could remain bullish. We got 3 days left. But once we go down here, if like say this blue line continues, right, it's going to start averaging down. The price will come, retest it, and kind of solidify. So if we close down here, it's not looking good. Next week would have to be super bullish, you know.
Oh, I see a
But
comment here. 4-hour BTC making bullish divergence. If it is to one, I don't know what this is. What's your thoughts on this right here?
you said, let me see, let me check the 4 hour.
Why you check the 4 hour? I'm answer his other question. I bought some Creator DAO and Docker XBT. I sold most at the
Oh,
top and now rebuying. That's a good move. We're gonna talk about Docker. We're gonna talk about Creator DAO, and Zora actually did their own fund. So we got a lot to talk about when it comes to the Zora ecosystem from last week, from the last stream, which was on Tuesday. So what's up? What's
oh,
the 4 hour looking like?
oh yeah. I mean, it's coming down. I haven't really charted the 4 hour. I actually got to pull up my other chart because I don't pay for TradingView, so I can't see the divergence that he's talking about. Is the divergence on RSI or MACD? The daily, I ain't gonna lie, the daily looking cooked.
So we in the bear market. That's what we about to tell you
Daily
now.
looking cooked. Nah, I mean, it's really gonna depend on this chart. It's gonna look real ugly to you. See that? See where that blue line is at?
Yeah.
85. We'd have to break 85 for me to switch to a bear market. So that's good. You know what I mean? If we come even, I don't
Isn't
think
Trump going live today too to talk about something? He was supposed to go live today, and then we got Jerome. I think like next week too.
Yeah, we
In 2
got
weeks.
Jerome next week. Trump was gonna go live, but we definitely needed to cool off. This is the DXY. DXY is probably going to continue to come down, and Bitcoin dominance is bouncing.
And he said in the RSI.
Okay, in the RSI.
Yeah,
All right, let me give me a second. I'll pull that up for you, but you can continue on. I'll pull it up.
bet. What's crazy is literally right before all of this, another insider has opened up a short, a big short too. Opened a 78 million ETH. Actually, it opened longs. He opened longs. This was today, earlier this morning around 12. So could that be bullish for us? Because this is the same person that actually, made a short right before Trump went live. So there's a lot of manipulation going on. Of course, October was supposed to be our very green month, but now it's looking like they taking the opportunity to manipulate the whole entire market while everyone was bullish for October. So right now we're looking like October could end bearish. First time in like, what is this? 5 years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And then another thing I saw is the fact that ETH is outperforming Bitcoin in 2025 like it did in 2017 and 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So you got any thoughts on this? You think this is pretty good for ETH right now? There's a lot of people buying some ETH right now too.
I think it's a good narrative for ETH, but I think as Bitcoin becomes more of a global, institutional thing, it's going to be easier for ETH to kind of outperform as far as numbers wise.
Yeah, fair.
You know what I mean?
Bitmine also bought $418 million of ETH. That was also today. And you guys got Jack Ma and Alibaba. They're buying and building on ETH. They're going to be they're going to be building the L2, focusing on RWA. So it looks like RWAs is going to, make another run. So I can't wait for RWAs to start up very soon here. And of course, we got this. What do you think? What's your thoughts on this chart right here? Where they got this continuous line from 2023, people thinking it's over, and then we bounce from this line.
That's my favorite chart right now. Because that's my hopium right there. That's my favorite chart.
The hopium. We need all type of hopium.
We need, as long as we can see, I think I was talking about it before. It's like we weren't seeing as much like seasonality, like the same things happening again.
Yeah.
If that chart play and those things start to play out, then it's like it's showing that like we might have one more leg up for Bitcoin, which that last leg up for Bitcoin ends up being usually alt season. Alt season is about 3 months.
I take it. Gold is running to is at its all-time high right now, while Bitcoin is lagging. It hit its all-time high a few weeks ago, and then now it came back down. Do you think we should follow in gold more closely?
Probably. Gold hitting its all-time high is kind of usually a bad sign for Bitcoin.
What about the M2 supply?
M2 supply is bullish overall for every asset because more money in the system just means more global liquidity just means it's going to go into stuff.
Yeah.
But that other one, when that one's going up, it's not looking good. When gold is going up, it's because people are getting more of like, let me get more of a solidified asset.
Yeah.
Gold. So when you see gold going up and bonds going up, that's the institutions like might have some insider knowledge on something.
Right now, the top 10 ecosystems by active developers. You're seeing ETH leading the way, of course, because they got all their L2s that's building on top of ETH. Then you got Solana at number 2. Bitcoin at number 3 is interesting to me. Polygon still here at 4 is interesting to me.
That is crazy to me. Polygon's still up there?
And then you got Sui at 5, BNB at 6, and Polkadot at 7. I remember back last cycle, Polkadot was steadily number 2. Now it's all the way over here at number 7. Sad days, man. Sad days. Also, the rise for Sui. What you was about to say?
I was saying, yeah, the lag in like new developments for Polkadot seem like it slowed down.
Yeah. Sui is actually stepping up too. A lot of building is going on over there, and of course Solana. I don't ever see. I see all the active developers on Solana, but it still doesn't translate to like a lot of the major coins because I'm still looking at Solana as a meme chain, really.
Yeah, a lot of people look at Solana as a meme chain, and it's hard because they do have a lot of stuff going there. I think it's harder for builders over there. But hey, go back to that chart real quick. I was going to ask you. You see how like Ethereum 31,000 and all those layer 2s. Do you feel like the layer 2s are actually adding enough value or that much value to Ethereum, like overall to Ether, or do you think it kind of takes away from it?
No, I think it's actually adding value to it. Of course, when you talk about these L2s, people aren't thinking about Ethereum, but they're built on top of Ethereum. So it's always going to be beneficial for Ethereum at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Right.
What you thinking?
No, yeah, same thing. I was like having a hard time explaining that to people. Like, yo, if base, like, it's all bullish for ETH.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's ETH. They're all built on top of ETH. And you remember all the beef that's going on. Coinbase versus it was BNB versus Solana, Coinbase versus BNB, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, Coinbase just lists BNB. This market this year,
Coinbase listing BNB is crazy.
It's so annoying what's going on right now, man. Looking at the top gainers and top losers here, SETA, a top gainer. Haven't talked about that in a long time. Talking about Polkadot, you got Mythos up here, up 19%. This is the gaming chain for Polkadot. They got NFL Rivals. I think they got FIFA Rivals all in the App Store right now. So I don't know if that's a signal for anything, but it's up 19%. Wazir X. Well, you remember this?
Yeah, Wazir X. Actually, I always see, they're around. They're doing some marketing too. I think I saw them like in a UFC match.
Isn't that the Indian exchange?
Yeah, it's an Indian exchange.
Yeah. I feel like I ain't hear about them since like
2017.
Yeah, something like that, man. What's the top losers here? What is the top losers? Punk Strategy. I was going to make a video on these NFT strategies, but now that they're down, I'm gonna wait a little bit. I might still do it though. There was nothing else. Oh, Bless. Yo, you know anything about Bless? Like in a full day, this thing went from 3 cents to about 21. You know anything about Bless?
No, I saw that though, and I was like, what is happening there? It's been trending for the last couple of days. Do you know what it is?
Nah, I don't know. I just know it didn't bless my pockets. That's it. Because right now, this thing came out of nowhere, bro. Literally out of nowhere. I wanted to do some research on it though. For some airdrops that you guys should be paying attention to and try to claim, you got Monad right now. They got their airdrop portal that you guys should go check out. Luckily enough, I had one wallet that's eligible. I don't know how much the airdrop is going to be worth because I think the airdrop drops like at the end of the month. So you guys go ahead and check that out. Let me actually copy this and give you guys the link in the comments while I see some other comments coming in too. Did you check for your airdrop yet?
Yeah, I wasn't eligible for that monad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was eligible on the wallet that got hacked. For real.
Dave P was good, Dave. Baloo. I'm assuming you laughing at them now blessing my pockets, huh? That's not funny, man. That's not funny,
Like
man.
he was in there. He was in that Bless. Okay, Bless is the world's first shared supercomputer. So it looks like a what's the other
Supercomputer.
one? What's the
What's
other
that?
ICP?
Golem? Golem?
Oh yeah,
You
like
remember
our
Golem from
goal.
back in the day?
Damn, you went back in the day.
Boy, whenever I hear supercomputer, these are the plays I first think about. Is Golem and the other
Golem.
one.
Oh my goodness.
And it's still high up in market cap too. God damn. I was actually pretty bullish on this too. I was thinking I was gonna go into the 2020 cycle and buy a bunch of Golem, but that didn't play out. So
Yeah, I was bullish on Golem, but as soon as they didn't let me put I had a bunch of extra computers. As soon as they didn't let me put my GPUs in there, I got unbullish.
yeah. Another one. Meteora, they just had their airdrop. You guys got the link right in the comments as well. They just got their airdrop today. I didn't qualify for any of this, but anyways, it's free money. You guys should go check it out. Make sure you possibly qualify because you could use this money right now. You know, a little stimmy check while Bitcoin is acting up right now, and add to your favorite bags.
Right now.
Also, if you guys didn't know, Solana is now live on Uniswap. That's actually pretty big news for Uniswap.
That's kind of big for all of like both ecosystems, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
things are being more interconnected, which is pretty good.
I actually like this, man. I actually like this. That I don't know how it's gonna affect Jupiter or the other thing. I forgot the other DEX, that Radium. But it's always good to be able to, transact on whatever chain you really want to do it, or whatever wallet you're really, comfortable with. So I like this. We're getting more to an accessible market.
Yeah.
This one, you put me onto this one today. I missed this today.
Yeah.
Pump Fund getting sued. What's going on here?
Pump Fund. Well, just play it, man. Pump Fund was on the news, right? They're basically pointing out the fact that like Pump Fund has been more of just a pump and dump thing, and I think this came about of like one of those like class action lawsuits. Like one lawyer saw what was happening, got enough clients, tried to do a lawsuit. But yeah, them being on the news, it's not looking good overall for Pump Fund. I don't know, or maybe I'm just hoping we get rid of some of these like meme coin, because Pump Fund is bad. Like if you have 1 million meme coins dropping a day and they said like only 200 graduate, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
That's ridiculous.
But either way, I could be good. It could be bad. Visibility for Pump Fund could be interesting. I'm pretty sure Elon gonna know what to do with this. So, and this is coming at the perfect time as live streaming goes live on Zora. So we'll talk about that in just a second here. Right, looking at Pump Fund, you think we could have a nice little run up on Pump Fund soon? Because they got buybacks coming up.
Yeah, the buybacks could definitely be good for Pump Fund.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't own any.
Me neither. You got to do something though, because a lot of people are, the whole BNB versus Pump Fund thing is happening right now, and BNB already did an airdrop.
Yeah,
like quick. People are still talking about Pump Fund raising all.
I didn't get no BNB airdrop. I'm not happy about that, man. CZ, what's going on?
I didn't get it either. They said they was gonna give money back to people who lost money over there on that day. I guess it was for those people. I didn't really lose that much money.
Kita got some really bad news. What news happened to Kita? I thought everybody was bullish on Kita recently, man.
Let's see.
It is up 2% on the day though. On the day. Let me see. Yeah, I haven't really kept up with Kita. I do know someone asked me about a meme coin, a Kita meme coin. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with Kita right now. So y'all gonna have to keep me updated on the Kita side. It's too many altcoins for me to keep like an eye out on.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Any thoughts on which is better to put 500 into Black Mirror or Silencio? I'm gonna say Silencio. I was in the Black Mirror Twitter space today. They talk about their IP and things like that. I still think that a lot of people still don't know that that's still like the official token for Black Mirror. So until like people really start talking about it, Black Mirror is gonna be very cheap. Let me see where it's at right now.
Let me see where that's at. I thought people would start figuring it out by now, to be honest.
Yeah, it's at 1 million market cap. Wow.
Oh,
Silencio, I think Silencio is going to have his moment when robotics start to run up again. It's at a 6.2. I hold my nice little bag. We're going to talk about Pete too, because there's a lot to talk about, man. Even though a lot of things is happening in this market, there's still some new development that has me bullish on different things out here. So I'm always happy to see different things like that. And one of the bullish things that's happening is Robinhood listing cryptocurrency. Some other altcoins, I should say, because they already got cryptocurrency up there already. But
yeah.
that's just memes and Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and things like that. But now they're actually getting into these other altcoins. One, they got Aster, which I'm surprised they even doing Aster, right?
Aster's crazy. These exchange listing other exchange tokens is new for sure.
Yeah. Where's Aster right now? Aster's price, heavily bundled by CZ himself. I think he owns like 90% of it. We don't know if he's going to sell. We don't know. It's at a 2 billion market cap though. That's still ridiculous to me, man. 2.5 billion market cap. If you guys, I don't know if you guys checked to see if you guys are still eligible for like the season 2. If you guys been doing perp dex trading, and it's crazy how perp dex trading narrative got hot when the market was a little bit bullish. Then they flipped it on us. They liquidated so many people.
Yeah.
And they got me. I ain't gonna lie, they got me because I was in it. What's another one? They got XPL. That's Plasma. If you guys don't know, Plasma is out here too, down 40%, 42% in the last 7 days. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in the Plasma ecosystem. But they got good backers. You've been messing around on Plasma yet?
No, I haven't got on Plasma yet. I've been seeing it everywhere on the timeline though.
Yeah, the coins in their ecosystem is not bad. It's an EVM chain, fairly easy to use. I forgot what the DEX was on there, but they got like trillions, some meme coins up there. I really haven't been on here too much, so but I'm sure there's going to be some new plays that's going to kick off on the Plasma chain, and it's a new chain. You always got to keep an eye out on a new chain. But Peter Thiel is actually back in Plasma from Founders Fund, and they got some other guys, right? They got some. Peter Thiel is actually an angel investor too, and he got Founders Fund up there, Framework, Bybit. So that's nice for them, right? And lastly, you got Virtuals that got listed onto Robinhood, man. How you feel about this Virtuals? Yeah, I feel like if it was more in a bullish market, this would have been a nice little pump for Virtuals, like it happened for Zora. It's still sitting at 500 million market cap. You guys know, you guys was here for the last live stream. I gave you guys some of my thoughts on what Virtuals is building. I still like it overall. What was it over here? Oh yeah. But you think Virtuals can make a comeback? Because you wasn't here on the live stream the last time. You think it could make a comeback?
Yeah, I definitely think Virtuals will make a comeback.
Have you been messing around with any of the agencies lately?
No, I've been looking at a couple of them, but I haven't been, I just been like looking at more stuff because like you said, it's a bunch of stuff happening right now, but also we dipping, so I'm like waiting for the right moment to start.
Before we continue, what plays you been looking at? You've been holding out, man. What plays you looking at?
I've been telling you, mostly I've been looking at some of your plays. Like I've been looking at mostly the virtual plays, like seeing what's in there. I haven't found anything that's like caught my attention.
Okay.
Too crazy on some of those plays yet.
Just know, y'all should know, Jay holding out on the plays. He got the plays down there, man. He lying.
Nah, we got, I'm like I said, I'm not in that many coins this time around, but the ones that I'm in, I'm trying to go like real nice into them. But I'm looking for new stuff too because it's too much happening.
Yeah, Robinhood also listed Zora. We talked about that last live stream. How you feeling about Robinhood listing more altcoins?
What's going on, Joseph? Yeah, Robinhood listing more altcoins is it's interesting. I think like when the market gets, I don't know. I don't know, honestly, because I feel like a lot more people are hip to crypto than they were the first time around. A lot more people got MetaMask, or a lot more people go straight to the blockchain to buy, like, Robinhood popped off when everybody was buying Doge on there.
I'm actually very bullish on this. I actually want them to be very selective on the plays that they are listing.
Exactly. I want them to
get like Coinbase from like 2017, where they just list very little altcoins, and the retail users on Robinhood app only get access to those altcoins. Because that actually makes it pretty easy, because the retail users that's going to be trading on Robinhood and things like that, they ain't got to worry about no wallets, no keys. Even though not your keys, not your crypto. I don't think retail really care about that too much.
They just want to speculate on the coin, so that's cool.
Yeah, even though Robinhood, when things get bullish, Robinhood end up shutting down the the
Yeah, they
selling,
end up
buying
getting
and selling.
yeah. But
But
I think it's also like Robinhood is kind of a front runner for some of the other big players that are getting in. Like PayPal might
hmm
see this and start making more access to these cryptos and stuff. So
and
overall, it's good.
and to be honest, they really trying to compete with Coinbase at an all-time high right now because they got their own L2. Coinbase got their own L2. Coinbase is more of a crypto native investment platform. Robinhood wants to be anything commodities, anything equities platform that they're going to do everything on. Yeah. So yeah, it's looking good. And Zora right now, while all of this is going on, let me look. Yo, Zora has been holding up, man.
Yeah, it's
It
been
has been
bouncing.
holding
It needs to bounce for sure.
from this crash, the crash that happened last week. It got all the way back down to 6 cents, and now it's still holding up around at 9 cents. There is an unlock coming up, but Zora has been doing so much, to be honest. Actually, we're going to talk about that a little bit in a second here. They got their own. Well, you could get the creator coins from Zora onto the base app now. So you basically base app is going to be open to a bunch of users. Now, those users are going to be able to trade creator coins on the base app. That's, to me, is going to be huge. And connecting, for actual content creators, connecting their own coin from like Zora onto the base app helps them earn a little bit more, gives different revenue. Have you even connected your Coinbase, your creator coin to base app yet?
No, you can't yet. I don't. I mean, at least I barely got access to Base App like yesterday, right? But I see that you're going to be able to combine your accounts with your Sora account.
Yeah.
But on mine, it says that it's coming soon. So
Oh yeah. For some people, I feel like some people they got it. They get special treatment in the Coinbase ecosystem. I don't,
yeah.
but Coinbase Dex small market cap coins may get crazy on altcoin season. Possibly, yeah, you're not wrong about that. But they already got the integration from Aerodrone and things like that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think
that's,
I think that's what he's talking about, right? That will
yeah,
open.
probably, yeah, he probably talking about that
Um,
too. The Coinbase Dex, yeah.
Hold on, I got a comment. Yosef said, "DeFi is the future. Sooner or later, everyone will have to be in to win, and gonna get sick of blue chips and hidden gems and hodl strong. This market has been the wave. I'm surfing it. LOL." Yeah, DeFi has just become something that's kind of like already like ingrained in crypto. But I think definitely that's where the institutional players are. That's why I'm still paying attention to like stablecoin platforms, because I think once we talk about DeFi, stablecoin platforms, if you could catch them early, these institutions are going to be putting, once it's all a little bit safer, a little bit more solidified. When they see like 10% APR on holding USDT, oh yeah, they're gonna do it. Why not?
Stablecoin narrative going to heat up. That's why I keep an eye on Plasma, man, and some
Yeah.
other stablecoin agents. I see on Retake, Daniel, GM. How you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome into the stream. Let me know if you guys got any questions as you come in on Retake side. Also, continue on here. Zora announced yesterday that they're going to be doing the Believe Fund, where they're pretty much going to be supporting content creators, the next generation of content creators, with 20 million Zora to start. How you feel about this right now, man?
This is dope. I'm interested to see like how they start picking people, so I can give me some Zora tokens.
What I had before they actually had said anything. Let me see if there's a comment on here about it, because you guys know Docker is like the fund of Zora. But they had said they're pretty much not going to be stepping on the toes of Docker, because Docker is like the DAT for the Zora ecosystem. So I kind of want to see how this is going to play out. You also
I thought that
got
was interesting because they did just give one to Docker, and then now they have another one, right?
Yeah, and then creator DAO, which is right here, also is kind of doing the same thing that Docker is doing, but these guys are doing it across all like basically content creating platforms on base. So that's going to be Retake, that's going to be Farcaster, things like that. So this is another one, and it actually started to shoot up a little bit before the market took a downturn on the 10th, right? Yeah, I think it's around here. I don't even know where it started to shoot up, but I don't own any creator DAO. So this one is at a 1.7. They actually got some good backing too, if you guys don't know. Let me see if I can bring this up. Creator DAO, they actually got some crazy backing behind them. Andreas in here, you guys can see Hack VC, $20 million. Big. This is back in 2022, so I don't know how relevant this should be in 2025. It still may be relevant though. Now where was I? Yeah. Coinage. Actually, they had a live stream with Jesse up there today. Basically talking about the creator economy. When it comes down to base, I don't know how you feel about this, Jay, but when it's overall crypto, people want everything so fast that they're not letting things just build over time. That's why people are disappointed in like Coinbase and things like that. But these guys are taking time to build out everything, and we've gotten too spoiled with like a bunch of memes, a bunch of different plays that just run from like a 10 million market cap to 100 million market cap.
Definitely, that's the thing right now. Like people are a little bit. That's why I'm like, I was telling my groups and everything, like, hey, shift back to thinking like, altcoins, long term, long term gratitude. Like, just buy some stuff, hold it. It's going up over time, But yeah, a lot of people got spoiled with, and I think the AI narrative too. Things are moving so fast in the AI narrative. Like we had a bunch.
That's a good point.
We had a bunch of like quick narratives, like boom, 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 and then now it's like, okay, those narratives came out and it was like new ideas, but then it takes time to build those narratives now.
Yeah. At the same time, while talking about that, because you bring up a good point. When AI first kicked off, or I'm going to say the second time. Actually, let me say AI agents. When AI agents kicked off, they ran crazy. Right? But that also came at the perfect time in the market where the market was still, it was bullish. Now we get
market was riding that mean wave,
Yeah, we get too much manipulation going on. So Zora, I see people like not too bullish on Zora for a little bit. They don't know how it's going to play out. I'm like, yo, you just guys got to give it time. These, like, when you go look on the max chart, look right here.
Yeah,
you guys waited for a little bit.
I was about to say, these things pumped up so crazy that like they're not just going to go straight up forever, which this is healthy. If you see something do a 50x and then it's kind of chilling out, going sideways for a little bit, holding the floor.
And what I like about the base side, the base builders, is that, when they build, they're building in silence. And then once the news come out, if you guys wasn't already on it, you guys are going to miss like a gigapump. And that's pretty much what happened here.
Yeah.
Let me see this other
base ecosystem, SUI ecosystem, and is that FLR ecosystem?
FLR.
Is that Flare?
Oh, that Flare got XRP ecosystem.
Is that XRP ecosystem? Man, give me some tokens from there. What's
don't give me no tokens from there. I don't want no tokens.
I want to see. I haven't heard of it. Is that
I don't want no tokens. I know this is just connected to
I want no token from XRP.
Nah, man. Any thoughts on Tyro? I'm holding a big bag down 10%. I like Tyro, man. You're also holding very low market cap altcoins. I got to know how to build out a portfolio, because these low market caps, once Bitcoin takes a tumble, oh my God, they get hit. You can see it's at a 500K market cap right now. Oh, we talking about Tyro? Yeah. 500K market cap.
What does this do?
This one, if I am not too mistaken, this is supposed to be an oracle for robotics and things like that, right? Yeah, the oracle for the AI. But this also it's a gamble play when it comes down to these low market cap at these points right now. So you guys got to know when exactly to play these low market cap altcoins. You could play with them when the market is very bullish. When the market isn't, you want to stay away from them, because they could flip 100% in one day.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like this. If you're bullish on it, I'll probably DCA until it pops. That would be a nice play.
Yeah, or just forget about it. To be honest, leave your
just watch development, see what happens. Because I've had some tokens that I just forgot about and they went crazy.
And talking about Zora here, you guys already know. Remember, follow me on Zora. I'm waiting to be on a live streaming list here. I'm gonna go live whenever they let me into the doors. So go follow me over there. Jay, what's your? Oh yeah, I could just look at
we going live that first day.
I'm trying to go live on Zora immediately.
Man, buy my creator coin. I'm only at 2,000 market. I'm about to go pump my own shit.
Nah, it's not even fair. I do own a lot of my own coin, because I'm trying to figure out what am I going to do with it.
Right. Me too.
I don't know, because I already have a Patreon. I already have a paid group. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But yeah, I don't even hold much up here. But what do I own about my own creator coin here? About 1,000 to 800. I'm actually more active on my alt account for Zora. I
Yeah.
did. Someone did DM me and told me I should be making more of my moves on the public page, but I just hate when people pocket watch. So
I can't do public page stuff no more because I've been hacked too many times, and it's like you get targeted. That's the main reason why. Like, I would like
yeah,
to do some stuff publicly to show people. They're just like, give me your wallet address or let me, like, nah, because literally people they'll be watching.
And when you go look at the top creators, yo, I don't know what Vobo is, but it's looking like some type of scam. I don't even know because no one's talking about this.
Yeah,
And this thing has just been up only. Up only. I don't know what's
they
going
haven't
on
even
out
posted
here.
anything.
Nothing. Nada. I don't even know who the top holders are.
It's
Like
it's called Boho.
Vobo. I don't know nothing about it. Nothing about it. I don't even think there's information on it. I was gonna come up here and talk about, propaganda, darker, and coinage and all of these. And then I see Vobo up here. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? But yeah, talking about some of these top creators on Zora that you guys should, again, keep an eye out. Remember, we was just on stream when we was talking about propaganda, right? The news finally came out. Pretty much you guys should already know what it is about by now. They're making mini dApps as post on Zora. They got their scratch off that just went live. Bookie, Piggy Bank. Right now, more people are starting to catch on. But if you was paying attention to this channel, you would have been up. Or if you was in a Patreon group, you would have been up already. We got into propaganda very early. And I've been telling you guys, don't fade these Coinbase devs, man. Do not fade these Coinbase devs. They're building on the low. And then once their product comes out, people are going to start talking about it. Like, he made the post. The product is live. You got all of them. Look at this chart, man. Look at this chart. You own any propaganda yet, yo?
No, I don't. I was gonna get some propaganda, but what was the news? I missed out.
All the posts went live. Their mini dApps went live. I think Docker ended up making them their number one supported coin after them, of course. So right now, and it was at like 8 million market cap earlier, but this market is just so shaky. But my position is looking very good. It has been healthy as of right now. Seeing that pretty much most people don't even know how to trade these things. That's probably another reason.
Yeah,
still holding up. Because you got to trade them.
That's the Docker effect right there.
Man,
you buy these coins and wait for the Docker effect.
Yeah, you gotta try to front run Docker too sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you gotta getting ahead of them. So the only thing I found on Vobo, it says, is Vobo on Zora really a money laundering account? It said
it might be.
True. It might be.
It might be. It's some crime going on over there. I don't know what it is, but it's some crime going on over there. QE. I remember this as a meme coin that was just popping off not too long ago, right? Is it up here? I think it's like quantum something. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, is this the old one? Oh, this. Yeah, it's like quantum. I actually was trading this for a little bit. Actually, no, it's not this one. It's not. It's definitely this one. It's definitely this one because it was on base, right? If I'm not mistaken, where was it at? I don't even remember anymore. If you're talking about this one, right? I'm pretty sure you're talking about this one, Gio. I hope it's okay. I called you Gio because
quantum coin. It says old.
Yeah. But yeah, where are we right now? So yeah, propaganda is looking very good. Propaganda is looking amazing. I love it. You guys got to make sure you continue. Oh, we talked about this. Because as Zora starts to heat up, I'm gonna reiterate it again. As Zora starts to heat up, because I seen it in my group as well. I told you guys I learned my lesson from virtuals. Do not get too spread out when the hype comes. There's gonna be a lot of new plays, a lot of people talking about they're doing some good things on the Zora side, right? But not every altcoin is going to be the next $10 million runner. Or $1 million runner, right? Some of these is down here. Like, let me go down. Let me just, because there's no hate to no one, but this one, my guy was asking me about Love with Lemmy as they're doing a dating show. It's up right now. It's looking very good, right? And it flipped Bankless, the number one crypto media outlet on, like, in just crypto. So for me, I wouldn't bet on things like this when you got Bankless very cheap down here. This is particularly for live streaming as well. And for me, I'm only trying to invest into Zora coins that are actually building something unique. Once again, that's like propaganda. They're doing a mini dApp. This is something where you could, like, kind of be like, oh yeah, I could see this going past 10 million or something. You got any thoughts on like how you would invest into some Zora coins?
Yeah, I'm looking for anything that has, because it's a creator platform, anything that has kind of a good model. Also, I'm always looking for infrastructure too, so I do like coinage, like that's why I like Docker. I didn't look into propaganda to really like see what it was.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, got a mini dApp behind it and all that stuff. Like, I usually like investing in those more than I like investing into like, an individual coin.
Yeah.
Except for there's one creator that I fuck with on Twitter that's on Zora now. They might be in the top Shomes if you go scroll down a little bit.
I do know him.
Yeah. He came out with that no ticker coin that went to like 100 million. Went crazy. I was in that community when that was happening, so I saw him on here right now. I'm like, okay, and
Zora TV got their own coin up here. This is from like the guys that live stream on the Zora page, and then they're gonna be clipping on things like this. This went crazy. It went nuts.
TV.
Yeah. It went nuts when it first, like, you could have got this at a 10K market cap, because no one knew if it was the real one or not until they announced it the next day. So yeah, this plays. You just gotta be digging for them, really. I see some comments here we're gonna get into. Sapien, yes, Sapien was up. You mess with Sapien yet?
No, I mean, what is Sapien?
You over here fading the co-founder of Base, huh?
Man,
don't fade.
Yeah, I have actually. I'm like, I haven't been looking at anything that they've been building.
I think these guys are going to be pretty big as robotics heat up, because these guys are targeting data labeling. So essentially, these robotic plays, like the robots, the humanoids, got to know how to, see the difference between a bot, a human, things like that. They're just data labeling for robotics, and I think this is going to be pretty big here. And it's the co-founder. It's the co-founder of Base. I'm not fading that. It's up 400%, QE 500%.
What's the market cap?
Oh no, he's talking about QE. We was just looking at QE here. Was you talking about Sapien market cap?
Sapien market cap.
Oh, it's a 31 million market cap, FDV of 126 million. I think they got about a year cliff before the vesting starts for Sapien, if I'm not mistaken. So about a month ago, its all-time high was 35 cents. So it is down 64% from its all-time highs. You looking into it right now? Let me see if
I got the chart put up in the top left. Yeah, what happened right here? It has some blood.
Hold on. Let's all right. Look, what's the chart looking like? Let's switch it.
Blood right here.
Nah, what's that? Yeah, that wick. Somebody did something on that wick. I don't know.
Saying it came down in 3 cents and then got bought back up.
But a lot of crime, yo. It's a lot of crime.
Yeah, it's kind of getting like rejected right here. You see, this was kind of that floor. It's dropping under it. But we'll see. Everything is looking very interesting this week.
This is a pretty good week to buy some dips, yo. I'm DCAing into peak. Very nice pullback. I agree. We're going to be talking about peak just a little bit in this live stream here. You guys know how bullish I am on peak. Yeah, say that chart right there, because we're going to get into that. I see you pulling it up. I see you pulling it up. So before we get into that, where was I now? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you guys don't know, there's a card game. There's like a card thing on Base. It's Rips right now. They dropped some Docker coin packs. I think I might, if the price is right. I might get me some cards. Mess around, see if they should have me on the card. I actually just ordered a card of myself too. Not of myself, but my creator here. We're from Nick Plays Crypto. He's one of those influencers for AI agents. I got my specialized card made over there. You guys can see it here. The year is the attack. You guys already know. I got one for the Altchasers too. So
wait, so you had somebody create the card and then they put it in the Docker pack, or you? No. I don't got no card in the Docker pack. Docker got their own pack. Oh,
They got their
but
own
this
pack
is pretty
going on.
much what they're doing with the packs. Like,
Yeah, they're pretty much. You know how what was it? Beezy is it? Is it Breezy? What is it? Breezy or something like this? Let me see. Yeah, Beezy. These guys are on Solana. Everything that you see on Solana is pretty much going to be on base. These guys, they got a digital claw machine on Solana where you guys can actually, use their claw machine and get real items. You guys can see people are getting Pokemon cards. They got sneakers up there, things like that. But there's another platform that's actually doing Pokemon cards. You guys should already know about it. Cards, and I'm thinking a lot of things. People are probably taking just notes of what
yeah,
cards is doing. These guys is for Pokemon cards. They got one for Charizard. I think it's like a Charizard Strategic Reserve or whatever I think it's called. But yeah,
strategic reserves.
I think it's. I don't remember if it's called Charizard. Let me see.
The
Mm,
token is cards, right? Okay, yeah.
nah, Charizardo. Nah, I don't know what it's called. But they got something up there where it's essentially like a fund for like Charizards. I gotta remember what it was.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't buy this one. I wanted to buy it because
What
dang,
card?
yeah, the price is
It,
on the floor right now.
it definitely pumped out of nowhere. It was pretty interesting when it started pumping. So something that you guys should probably start paying attention to as well. There's other narratives that's heating up, but these are like I want to say like sub narratives or whatever. I don't even know what you want to actually like coin this as, but pretty much we're going to talk about two things that you should be paying attention to right now. The first one is the X402. This is like the payment rails and things like that. That's been pretty big. You guys are seeing blockchains partner with Google to help them out with the X402 thing. You guys are looking at the chart right now. You got Scale here, Solana, Avalanche, Bases up here, AWS, Peak. This is why we're going to talk about Peak. You got some AI agents up here. Pay AI is looking good. We're gonna talk about that. I did get into Pay AI, but this was like a few months ago. I sold out of it because this is when I made the transition from Solana to fully onto base. Not spread myself too thin. I want to
Yeah,
stay on base on everything like that. So I had to sell the Pay AI bag. I was pretty bullish on these guys. I think they came out when Believe Coin and the launch coin ecosystem started up. So then I sold out of that. So we're gonna talk about that one. Which one is agent that's actually doing that right now is Aurora here. You guys can see past 24 hours, it actually had a nice little pump. It's up 58% for the past 24 hours. Jay, I know you say you're not messing up with no agents, but I think this is the time you got to look into some of these agent plays, man.
yeah. No, I'm seeing. What's this one do? What's Aurora?
This one is supposed to be a MCP tooling kit, basically allowing people to, build out agents, build out dApps and things like that even easier. They're on virtuals. I did call this out a while ago. And then they're also doing X402, which is another payment rail. So
Okay.
this one is looking pretty good. This is why I started pumping in the past 24 hours. And then you got Pay AI. This also started pumping. Let me see. Yeah, it only pumped like 18% up to about 5 million. So these are still pretty cheap. And again, I don't like when they got the pump ticker. Like when their contract has pump in it, I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I know we talked about that last stream, but I really don't like it. I'd rather them
I don't
have
like it.
a
It kind of messes it up for them. But I
yeah.
see what they're doing. I mean, I see why they launch on pump, but I'm like, it kind of puts you in a category for me.
Mm-hmm. 4.9 million market cap, not too bad. Like I said, I did sell out of this, but I do know someone in my Discord that's actually still holding on to it, and I think he took a step away from the market, so he might come back and see that as pump because he's been loading up on this bad boy. Been loading up. Another one is Peak. Peak, you guys already know they got their own X402 integrated right onto the Peak network, allowing agents to pay other providers, different things like this. This is why Peak has been building. Peak honestly has been building. They also put out this beta app. Well, not the beta app, but the beta is now live for their all-in-one app. I tried it out. Essentially, you get to do your staking on there. Let's just put this up. You pulled up the chart for Peak.
Oh yeah, let me pull it up.
But pretty much you got everything on here. You could, bridge onto here. I don't know where you swapping. I haven't tried the swaps or anything. You could stake. I still got my peak pretty much staked, so you guys already know I'm bullish on peak for the long term. Long term. Liquid machines. I just actually signed up for this. I'm waiting to get early access onto this. I want to try it out. Get some yield farm off of these robo farms in China, since they're pretty heavy into humanoids. Now let me see. Let's go on to Jay's screen here. Let's go on to Jay's screen here. What's the charts looking like for peak,
the
man?
chart's looking interesting. I think it could come down a little bit, like almost time to buy, because the floor would be like around here, around 6 cents. Of course, we want to buy on the floor. It's at 7 cents right now, so not much more of a dip. If we zoom in, 4 hour, yeah, we could hold right here. Kind of probably depends on Bitcoin. This was that dip we had right here that day. That's what that was. Let me see if I can make it bigger. So yeah, I'll be watching for it at 6 cents.
Man, this thing hasn't really gone too crazy from private sale. I think I'm not even up crazy from private sale. I'm not really. I think I'm maybe up like 30% from private sale. That's why I had to buy on the open market. This thing right now is way too cheap for everything that's going on with robotics. I think robotics is going to have its narrative very soon. I just don't know exactly when, but robotics is heating up. I think we just need one of these big catalysts.
Just one of them to pop off, because it's definitely next after AI. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it got to be like a real world like catalyst or something. Let me see some of. I'm buying AI data agents like Cookie. Yeah, we got into the private sale of Cookie. We made a big bag off of Cookie. Actually, Cookie was our best private sale in the Patreon group, just for how low of a market cap it was and how high it got into market cap. Let me check out Cookie before we continue on here. Let me check out Cookie. Do you know anything about Cookie, Jay? Huh?
Cookie DAO?
Nah, yeah, Cookie DAO. DAO.
I didn't get into it though, but I was like using it though.
I actually used it for like a little period of time, but once again, we got into the private sale. It got up to 54 million market cap. If I remember, I got to check what market cap we got into it, but it was a banger for us. A banger, man. A banger. If you look at the max chart here, you can see it got up to about 60 cents, guys.
Yeah.
60 cents. Yeah. We ate good off of this one. Then let me see if they got any true updates that they put out. This is also why I kind of liked Tyro for Geo's play, because they kind of was doing the Oracle layer too, but then they switched and started to do AI agents, and they got tied into the virtuals whole virtuals thing, the whole virtuals ecosystem. So when virtual started to take off, Cookie took off with it too. Let me see. They got anything going on that I need to pay attention to? By the way, I don't own any more Cookie, by the way, at all. I sold all of this joint. Okay, nothing too crazy. I don't really see too much on here. Probably gonna do another deep dive on it just to see what's going on. AI data agents like Cookie and From Nowhere to Base.
Cookie had one of them flash crashes. Man, I wish I would have had some orders placed on that flash crash. Some of these things went to
some people made a crazy killing on that flash crash, because some of these coins got to like negative negative 1 cent, negative 0.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't expect it to go back to 6 cents like last crash was about 6.5 cents buy up real quick. He's talking about you when you did your charting.
The peak.
Yeah. Our private sale was 26. Oh, you in my group. You in my group. You in a group. 26 million on peak. Well, the FDV. So right now if you held on right now, I think it'd be like 3x, right? Around there or something like that. But we had a good, we did.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't want it to go to 6 cents, but there's not much support here.
To be honest, let me flip on to your joint. Go ahead, talk.
I was gonna say, yeah, it looks like, hold on, I'm trying to find a little box. It'll have like a little zone here, because this is where all the trading activity is for peak. At least what happened last time. There's not much. We can make it a little higher if we want, but either way, I mean, down here would be like a good place to like start a DCA, if anything. The cool thing I see right here is that volume started picking up right here in September.
I think that's what the whole robotics talk started keep creeping up again.
Yeah,
But I'm down to DCA and to peak, yo. I'm really thinking going into at least next year or next cycle, Peak is going to be a top player, man.
and that pump happened fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 1 week. It will back up.
ATH on a good pullback. Yeah, I actually checked into my Tangent wallet and I saw it was on a wild pullback. Let me see. You pulling up the charts for ATH?
I can pull ATH up.
Yeah.
What is ATH? Ether?
Ether. Yeah, Ether. Very bullish on these guys, man. I'm very bullish on these guys, man. They got a DAT out too. If you guys don't know, they got a DAT. I think that's with Polyoncology or something like that. It's POAI, the ticker for their DAT, and they're going to be buying a bunch of Ether off the market, and pretty much they said they're not going to put it back on the market. So this is a kind of a way of burning the token. So
kind of burn.
Yeah, and they also kind of hinted at someone. If you guys checked my last video, I actually made an Ether video on it. Someone found they was hiring for a position, product manager position. Pretty much that they're pretty much going to have to be looking to do something with their layer 1. So it seems like Ether is going to be building out an L1, which would be more bullish for Ether too. So this is another play. I told you guys the blue chips I'm thinking. Zora, Ether, Peak. Am I forgetting another one? It might even be Virtuals too for AI agents.
Yeah, Virtuals. I think it's almost a good time to start buying Virtuals. I'll pull up that in a minute, but
yeah, how's the Ether chart looking, man?
All the charts are kind of looking the same. Like they trying to hold
looking poo-poo?
This one's trying to hold more support. Like there's a little bit more support here at this level. But I would say I want to see it get above this right here, above this 3. Like start heading back up to see if it's gonna be bullish or not. But kind of all these coins are kind of looking the same.
Yeah, they looking poo-poo, man. How about Hearers? Hearers, man, yo. I won't lie, I'm very bullish on Hearers, but it doesn't look like the market is seeing the same thing. Hearers has been doing so much. I have an AI agent, but actually the AI agent has been down for quite some time. And I was using Hearers as the brain for the AI agent. It's at a 2 mil market cap. I actually think there should be much higher, but I don't think the market is seeing it the way I'm seeing it. And that's the risk when it comes down to gambling with these low caps. They could do everything right. Everything could be looking very good for them. But if they're not getting invested into, it's hard. It's honestly hard. At a 2 million market cap, man.
Yeah, it's like they need to be making some noise, man. They was making some noise here.
Yeah, they got the Hearers mesh. They partnered with Roba. Wow. Okay.
They partnered with who?
Roba. This is another robotics play. I think this was like an Alex Becker play, but I really didn't. Oh no! This one. All
right, switch back to your screen real quick.
This one. Let me switch. This one here.
Okay, Roba.
Right, that's the one I read. Right.
I haven't even looked into a lot of robotics plays yet, so I'm hearing about.
Yeah, I was looking into some stuff, man. But that one, I ended up staying away from this because it didn't look too good to me. It looked fishy. Okay. But it's on base, so I'm gonna have to do more research again. But it was looking fishy. It was looking very fishy for me, so I didn't really do too much on it. So yeah, Hearers, I don't know. I don't think the market is going to see it the way we see it. And again, that's the gamble when it comes down to these low market cap altcoins.
Looks like you did the right thing staying away from Roba. It just went straight down.
Yeah. Plume. Yes, I am bullish on Plume. Plume actually started to take a nice little dip again too. I'm still mad I'm not able to take advantage of Plume in terms of the private sale because we gotta wait for our cliff to be over to even start getting our allocation from Plume. But right now at just below 7.5 cents, down 50% from his all-time highs. On the max chart at a 226 million market cap, they got approved by the SEC. They got World Liberty Fi stablecoin on there. They're working with the U.S. government, so I'm like, this should be much higher, especially maybe it's because RWAs isn't heating up right now. But what's the charts looking like for Plume?
Yeah, Plume was one of the ones that basically went to zero on that flash crash.
Yeah.
You see that? It went to 0.008 and it pulled back up. Damn,
Damn.
you would have made a good, well, nice little 10x.
You talking about nice little 10x,
Nice
boy.
little
You
10x.
throw $1,000 on there, you just come out with 10,000 for free.
10,000 if you had that sitting on the exchange. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these charts are kind of looking the same, honestly, because like I kind of like the fact that we had a flash crash, right? It reminds me of all the other flash crashes. If all these coins kind of come in here and put in a double bottom, where my marker at?
I do got a question for you though. I got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot it.
So as we're getting, you said all these charts pretty much look the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this used to be a topic of discussion.
All the time.
Does it really matter on charting altcoins when Bitcoin runs the whole thing, essentially the whole show?
Yeah. Well, because there's so many altcoins that they're all not gonna run at the same time. Like before, when we first got in, it was about 200 altcoins. So Bitcoin run the whole show. They all kind of follow Bitcoin to a T. But if you remember, like even in 2017, Bitcoin would run, things would kind of go sideways, altcoins would dump, some altcoins. But then there was those ones that would have the news, they got listed on Coinbase, or they got a partnership with a bank, or something like that gave them that catalyst. Like the narratives was the main thing that was kind of really running it. So for me, I don't even really like look at it like that. I'm just like, okay, Bitcoin's pumping, time to play. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. When Bitcoin's pumping, the whole entire market is bullish. Figure out what's the right altcoin.
I like that. I take that take. What wallet do you use to hold my peak? Right now, I actually have it on my Rabby wallet. They do have their own custom network. Peak, if you guys don't know, it's its own chain, so you guys can put the RPC onto MetaMask or Rabby wallet, and then you can store your peak there, or of course, you could just stake it and you'd be straight. And then they actually have wrapped peak that you could actually put on your Tangent wallet and store it there as well. You're just going to have to wrap up your peak and put it on the ETH chain, and then send it to your Tangent wallet and just keep it there. That's another way you can do it. Plume now dipped below private sale. I don't think it's below private sale. Let me check. Hold on now. I don't think it's below our private sale now. Let me check. Nah, it's definitely not below our private sale, right? Because we got it at 1 cent. Am I not bugging? Am I not? Yeah, I'm sure we got it at 1 cent. That's 0.00. It was fake. Binance already said that you can't buy that. No, but the thing is, some of these people have been able to buy these wicks. I've seen some people brag about buying the wicks down, the flash crashes, and making crazy gains.
It's kind of always been a thing,
maybe not on Binance, but you also got other sexes that you could buy it on. You could buy it on Maxi. Maxi, they don't care about no regulations at Maxi.
Yeah, hopefully the Oracle didn't pick that up, but I've seen like flash crashes where people would just wait for one and have like a price set super crazy. But I don't know. Binance probably said you can't buy it. I don't know. People on the timeline could be lying about buying them as well. So I don't know.
Binance also known for some crime.
Yeah, exactly. Binance also known for causing some things like this with that little cartel.
Yeah, so another thing that you guys should pay attention to is this whole neobank narrative that is actually heating up. Basically, if you guys don't know what neobank is, it's pretty much a digital bank. Is combining traditional and DeFi. It's allowing users to do everything in one space, pretty much in one app, where you could trade, you could store your money, you could save your money, all of that. It's pretty much all of this thing. I'm actually going to drop a video on this, because this is something that's starting to heat up. A lot more people are actually starting to talk about this. You can see it here. Plasma is up here. EtherFi. There's other different things up here that you guys should look into when it comes down to this neobank thing. These are the Visa cards too. It goes on with the Visa card. Where's that? I actually had it up here. There you go. It goes up here. You can see it with the Visa card. You guys got the MetaMask card that's coming out. if you guys were here for like the Crow days, you got the Crow card, which Coinbase is dropping a card. Robinhood has a card. Cash. Actually, when I went to Argentina, the crypto people there told me about the cash card because I was trying to figure out how am I going to transact if I run out of cash, like except by because sometimes we go overseas and you try to swipe your bank card, they not allowing that because they thinking it's some scam. So they was talking about this cash card. So you got cash card up here. I don't know what this one is. Is this EtherFi? I think that's EtherFi.
The S tier's EtherFi.
Yeah, EtherFi. Yeah. You can see an EtherFi up here. Genos. Remember Genos?
Yeah,
that's up here. MetaMask. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these, especially a lot of these wallets, might end up doing their own cards. Rabby might have a card. I remember a while back, Tangent as a cold storage talked about they was going to have their own like credit card. Mm-hmm. So this whole neobank thing is getting interesting.
Yeah, have you heard of Altcoin? That was a play that I had for you for the neobanking section because
that's a
OG play. But
what was it again? What was it? What was it?
Altcoin.
What was the ticker?
TEL.
TEL. Yeah, boy. You know. I had this on. They had the app. Right? Electronium had an app. Telcoin had an app. What else had an app?
I mean, Electronium was my first ever crypto. I still got the coins. It's like sentimental value, and they was actually pumping, bro.
You got Electronium.
That's my first ever coin. I bought it in ICO.
My first coin. I told you it's Verge, XVG, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, XVG doing that.
Coin is like, oh wait, hold on. Verge was hella funny when they dropped that big news.
Man, they talking about they're gonna partner with a big company. It turned out to be Pornhub.
And people were pissed off. Like nobody pays for this.
Man.
Yeah, Telcoin just raised 25 mil.
This is an OG. This is back.
Back 2018, 2017.
This was all about when remittance was like a whole talk. That was like the actual keyword, the buzzword then, remittance. Yeah,
they had a nice pump when the whole thing happened.
I'm still following them. I'm still following them.
And then those banks failed out here in Silicon Valley, and then Telcoin was supposed to be the crypto bank that was supposed to come in, save everybody.
Yeah.
But
Birdie, we're gonna get to that. Let me finish up with this neobank stuff because some plays that you should have on your radar for neobank. You got Wire. I've told you about Wire a bunch of times. Let me refresh Wire real quick. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you about this one. It started pumping again. Wire is a good neobank as they're looking to purchase a bank themselves. I don't know how much. I don't know how it's going to work, but they're buying it. They're buying and burning their supply. They're part of the Circle program. They're partnered with Tether. So right now, this is one of these agents that you got to keep on a back burner. Forget about it. Don't look at the price action for a while, even though it's been holding up nicely. You can see
this chart looks better than all the other ones.
Yeah, this has been holding up very nicely.
It's already recovered. Looks like this is what we want all those coins to do. All of the rest of them are kind of like, they hit this dip and then they went sideways. And this one's already up. So we want all the rest of them to follow Wire.
Kazi put out this tweet here. He added Wire to his long-term conviction plays. Their parent company, 717 Capital, they did over 185 million in OTC volume in 2024. It's an OTC settlement platform. The fees are used to buy back and burn the tokens. What was it exactly? I told you guys, partnered with Circle. They are part of the Circle program too. So a lot that's going on with these guys. I think this is going to be something when it comes down to an agent that's going to pop off that not too many people are going to be talking about for a while, or until it gets to like a 50 million market cap and everybody's going to be like, yo, I told you about this at about a 1 million market cap. This is the time that you guys should be looking into it. Another one, you got VPay now. I don't own any VPay. I own Wire. I own RCAT. We talked about this last stream when we was talking about these virtual agents, if they're going to make a comeback. And it's looking like they're making a comeback through these smaller narratives like X402 and Neobank. VPay has just gone up 7%, in the last 7 days, 518%. That's crazy gains while this market was looking the way it's looking. While the market took a dump, and look at this nonsense.
That thing went crazy. Sheesh.
So 4.7 million market cap. What I like about these agents is that they're very low in market cap. They're cheap. You guys could get them, and if you really get the right ones, you might even find one of these that's like this. Yo, hold on, because this thing, I sold too soon, my boy. I sold too soon. Oh my god, Tibber right now. There, Altcoin. That's why I'm because he's been leaving breadcrumbs on a timeline about these guys for a while, and this is the reason why I ended up buying it. I bought it I posted it in the Discord at like a 40 million market cap. I got out at about 100 and something, 100 million market cap around there, because I didn't think it was gonna go any much higher. Of course, I didn't see the vision. I fumbled the bag, and now you're seeing where it's at 245 million market cap. And it just started pumping again. It actually started pumping today because of the whole Robinhood, the whole virtual protocol getting listed onto Robinhood. And these guys, the guy Mika, I always want to say, I think that's his name, right? Mika. I don't think I'm ever saying the name right, but they've been hinting at different things when it comes down to financial systems. And if you guys also don't know, the CEO, I think that's his name, right? Mika. Once again, I'm gonna keep saying Mika. I don't think is properly right, but he also invested into Robinhood. He was working with Robinhood, so that's why it pumps today, because of the whole Robinhood listing virtuals, and there's a connection with Robita, Tibber, and whole Robinhood. So I don't know what's going to happen, but this might be the biggest banger on the virtuals ecosystem right now. You guys can see it over there. You got any thoughts on this one?
No, I'm just looking at the chart. It looks cool. Like when it comes to these virtuals, I'm learning right now.
Oh yeah. I've been probably one of the biggest proponents of virtuals on YouTube for a long time, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the chart? I'm looking at your charts right now.
Yeah, it had that pump, nice volume come in. It's below this line, but it's looking good. You know what I mean? I wanted to recover, swing low.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping Wire, RCAT. I'm hoping Wire or RCAT pulls a Tibber, man. One of these gotta pull a Tibber from like 9 million market cap to about 200 million market cap. I'll be happy, man.
No, for real, that'll be sick.
Yeah,
this looks kind of good.
How high do you think Aki can go? How high do you think Aki and Peak can go? Pull up the Peak chart again while I go to the coin perspective here.
You said Peak?
Yeah. Off of your charting, what do you think? What are you looking at? If you were supposed to give like a price prediction off of your charts, what do you think it could go?
Like how soon?
Let's say within to January.
To like January?
Yeah, because I think that's pretty much going to be the end of the bull market there, right?
You think so?
I don't know, man. I don't even know. Matter of fact, I shouldn't even have said that, 'cause I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really like price predictions too much, but like on a coin like this, I'm hoping that it at least just goes back to like this level right here, like first 16 cent. You know what I mean? If we can get back to 16 cent where there was all this trading before in this area, then that will be a nice play, But then once it's there, then there's not much happening here, just people selling.
So you're saying 16 cents, right? Mm-hmm. Me, I'm already giving like I'm looking at the first thing I'm looking at I'm always going in like some even market caps. 500 million market cap, that'll put it about 36 cents. So that's like a 359% gain from here.
500 million market cap?
Yeah. What's the chart looking like for that?
That will bring it back to this level right here. This green line. So, I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, first level will be this level. Second, like there's not much happening here, just straight down. So, it wouldn't be much resistance going up.
Now, if we talking long term, if we talking
long term,
this thing got to hit like a few billion, like 5 billion, maybe 10.
Yeah, if we talking long term, then easily, like coins like this, I got they're building something good, and they have
it's an infrastructure,
it's an infrastructure. All these pretty much, I'm like, hey, if they just go back to all time highs, that would be. But when you go to all time highs, it's usually they go higher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pull up Aki. Wow, Aki, I can see Where's Aki at right
This is
now?
the newer coin. So
Aki is this one is going to have to run with a whole robotics narrative heats up. But again, I'm thinking that the two right now on the open market, what we got available to us, because there's going to be some other coins that's going to come out, right? I think the two best altcoins for robotics. Let's say robotics kicks off tomorrow, the whole narrative starts to run tomorrow. Your two best plays will be Aki and Peak. So Aki could hit anywhere from 200 to 500 million market cap. I hate giving too high of a price prediction because we don't know what this market is going to do and how long we're going to stay in the green for. You can see it. We was just getting bullish. Then the following week, now we all of a sudden bearish. So it's hard. It's hard to keep up with these things. And not to mention, it does have vesting that's coming out. So with the vesting, that's going to add more inflation to more tokens onto the market, meaning there's going to be more money needed to push these to higher market caps.
Yeah, for sure. That's one thing to look at too when it's about, like, when I was talking about if they can get back to the all-time high. That's the first thing I look at, because I'm like, okay, that would be a nice 10x. But also, like, how many coins were released during that point? How hard is it going to be to get back to the all-time high?
Yeah. 3-hour BTC price almost double bottom. Bit RSI bullish divergence. You want to pull up the BTC chart again and talk about it? I don't know about the 3-hour.
Yeah, I haven't really looked. Like, I haven't really been charted on the lower time frames BTC.
You only do the higher time frame, right? Because that gives you like a better outlook.
Yeah, it gives me an outlook on the altcoins mostly.
Yeah.
If Bitcoin's giving me a bullish day, then I can trade.
The smaller time frames is better for traders in and out of days and things like that.
I mean, it still helps because you can see certain things. Like, so let me see. You said there's bullish divergence on there. Let me see. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Yeah. You ended your screen sharing too, by the way. I really hope the bull run could extend till next year. That way we can maximize our profits. I don't think it's gonna be. Oh, if you mean just next year, like 2026, people were talking about, quarter one, quarter two. We could have very bullish. Like, that's gonna be pretty much the the bullish thing.
Yeah.
Because they said it, there's people talking about if you believed in the 4-year cycle, then pretty much the top is in and we're about to go down from here. But if you think that we're in an extended cycle, then you feel like you're in the camp that 2026, at least first half of 2026 is going to be bullish. What camp you on, Jay?
I think we're on a little bit more of an extended cycle. Like, when I showed my my cycle chart, it, like, we should. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Pull up the cycle chart. Put up the cycle chart.
All right, hold on. Look.
Let's add it back up here.
Base. Yeah. Okay.
If
so
peak,
halving,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So the halving is let's see, November 2026. Is that what that is? Hold on. Make sure that's right now.
Nah, the halving for what?
No. So right here, I mapped out from the last halving to the all-time high. It's usually.
Is your screen frozen? Because I don't see you moving anything.
You can't see anything. Oh, hold on.
No, I see the chart, but there you go. Boom. There, now we can see it.
Okay. So what was interesting was the last two cycles from the halving to all-time high was we always extended a certain amount of days. So it's like it was 526 days, 576 days this time, the next time. So right here, I just got mapped out like 579 days. We'll put it like in November. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking if we extend out like a couple months after that, we always add like 2 or 3 months to that, then that could put us in what people are saying, the January, February, and that would still be in the typical cycle that we always have. So like when we're saying like, oh, it's an extended cycle, it's different. I'm like, that would actually pan out to what we've had in previous cycles if it got extended a couple months.
The comment here says 2026 Q1 is still 4-year cycle, actually the same as 2017 and 2021. We did have a big top in 2017 where the top happened in 2017 around around the holiday time,
It was December, yeah.
Yeah, around that holiday time, because I remember this joint vividly, bro. This had
Yeah.
me hated.
That was, you know what that was? That was the day that futures dropped. That marked our top in the market. I remember the whole entire market was bullish. Bitcoin just got accepted by institutions. It's bullish now. And yeah, nah, that was the top.
Then that's when we
That was
crashed a little bit, and then we recovered in January. Like, I think we recovered in February, because the talks was the reason we crashed was because of the China New Year. I don't know if you remember all that. And
Yeah,
then we
yeah,
recovered a little bit in February or something like that, and then from there it was just downhill.
yeah.
So yeah, maybe you are right. Maybe you are right.
So the interesting part was from the halving to the bottom, both times was 945 days. So from the halving to like the bottom before we started the next cycle was the same amount of time. So like that's what I got marked here as November 2026 would be the bottom of the bear market. You know what I mean? That's why I got it marked off red right here. Like I'm gonna try to be buying in that area because for some reason, yeah, both times it was the
telling me
same.
we selling drugs in that area so we could buy more?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, mask up.
Mask up, man. Try to buy all these lows. If peak listing on Binance or Coinbase later, more than 10x is really realistic. Yeah. Also, I'm saying, I'm thinking it has a lot to do with the narrative as well. We do need a big catalyst for robotics narrative to take off again. Thoughts on the Black Mirror experience? I really don't know too much about the Black Mirror experience. If they're not making me a character in Black Mirror, I don't care. But but no. But once again, as an IP, I think it's going to be good. But the experiences, I looked a little bit about it, but it doesn't phase me too much. So
Yeah, it didn't really like excite me, but also I didn't do enough research to really figure out what was happening there.
Q4, it's altcoin season. I don't know, man. Altcoin season not looking too good for my bags.
Bring up that the seasonality chart again. The chart that shows like October is supposed to be October.
Oh. Let me. Hold on. I gotta bring it up on the back end because let me see if I still even have it. Let me see if I still have it. Let me see.
Q4 is all season. You know, let's pull up the all season chart.
I got you. Hold on. Yeah, you do that while I just bring this, because I gotta go on the back end to bring it up. Yeah, what is
it's
it?
A pretty sad all season, man. We barely passed all time highs from COVID times. You know, so yeah, we haven't really experienced no all season yet. But if we do get a leg up from here from this bounce, that would be a nice little. That would be all we get. Put it that way. That's all season. I wanted to see, you know, at least. Let me see.
Boom! I got it up here. What you wanted to point out on here?
I wanted to look at February. Hold on, let me look at this real quick.
Yeah.
At least we get another $1 trillion in altcoins. That'll be all season. But okay.
Yeah, I pulled it up for you here.
No, not this one. The one you showed earlier in the stream that showed the.
Which one? Let me see.
That showed October was red so far. Yeah, this one.
This one.
Yeah, see, we look at February. We're usually bullish up until February, and then I was gonna say March is when people start farming taxes. So we usually see red March. So yeah, we could extend out to February. That will match that new narrative of like extended cycles, but also that will also match the Bitcoin chart we just looked at. So
you telling me
that could be it, man?
Yeah, I could have a good Valentine's Day.
I mean, if November isn't the top, then yeah. August, November ain't the top, you know.
I need a good Valentine. I need money for Valentine's Day, man. I need money for Valentine's Day.
Man, who you trying to splurge on? It's all right.
I ain't saying splurging on them. I just saying, you know, I might take a little trip or something. I don't know.
Tell them to buy the agents. Man, Yosef, you still got Tailcoin. There we go. They just got that money. Sold half in 2021. Let's see. We believe we broke. You said you think we broke the cycle of 2021. Okay. We should have a bullish 2026. Man, I hope so.
Meta investment in robotics project competing with Tesla. Any thoughts? I actually didn't even see any of that. Um, you're gonna have to show me. I didn't see that news. I didn't see that hit that news wire at all. But
Mm.
I'm not surprised that it's happening. It's these giants doing their own thing. October is fine. We will still have a December bull, a
Symbol.
December Geo. Absolute bullish news. That means robotics narrative can happen this cycle, and I'll take it. I will
Yeah,
honestly
I'll
take
take it.
it.
Yeah, that will be the catalyst for robotics right there. I'm telling. I think it's next, man. I think it's
Meta started investing into metaverse last year. Oh my god, let's not even bring up metaverse, yo. Ah,
metaverse. Oh man,
first
metaverse.
of all,
Remember,
I
I
had the
was
opportunity
always
to make crazy money with metaverse.
that's
Blew it
facts.
on a bunch of land. Bought a bunch of land, thinking, yo, here it is. Yo, we hit. Yo, let me bring up
Metaverse
this
did
joint.
crazy numbers, man.
These guys
Meta was
screwed
Meta's
people,
in the
bro.
market. You know, Meta's around here investing into a lot of small altcoins too.
Bro, Blocktopia screwed people.
Blocktopia.
Bro, you don't even
Oh,
understand, bro. Listen, this thing was running up so crazy. I remember during spring break, we took a trip to fucking Florida just to turn up. This thing, I had comments. Well, I had people DMing me from the private sale. They was like unrealized profits of about $1 million off of this joint.
wow.
I'm not
Yeah.
even lying. This is when I thought a private sale game was no joke. And
Yeah.
of course, so you can see it from here.
Oh
And they
my.
didn't even give us all the tokens. Yeah, bro, Blocktopia, man. And then I bought some land. I bought Blocktopia land. I bought a huge bag of a whole nother metaverse play. I was on Cardano buying some metaverse land. Yeah, bro.
Oh, you bridged to Cardano.
You know, I was feeling it. I actually was thinking metaverse was about to be crazy, bro. I thought we had jobs in metaverse. That's what I thought was coming up.
Yeah.
Especially robotics coins, they are way too cheap. Big ass pump. Yeah, yeah. As cheap as they are, they really could take off. Meta started talking about robotics, Nvidia and Microsoft. Nvidia, yeah,
Yeah. Let's go.
yeah. You got anything you want to add to our conversation today, Jay?
No, man. I think it was a good one. We talked about a lot. Shit.
Man, yeah, we was all over the place, man.
We were all over the place.
You want to give us any predictions for going into at least, let's say, for the end of the month before we close out here? Off of your charts, anything that you want to give out, because we got Jerome in like 2 weeks. So anything you want to talk about with that?
Honestly, I just want to see us hang around at least this level. You know, I want to see. I don't want to really see it start dipping. You know, to 104. Hopefully, by the end of this week, we get a nice pump. Though I think, I don't know. I'm feeling like we might get at least a hold of 112 levels, but we'll see. Uh, you know, it's looking kind of bearish right now, but things can turn around quick, especially if we get some bullish news for Jerome. You know, it's like even though everybody knows these narratives, they still tend to play out.
You think if
Like bro said, there is some bullish divergence on some of these charts too. So yeah,
you think if what you call it, Trump and the China president able to end this trade war, we get back bullish again?
yeah, like that's one piece of news that might make everybody get bullish. You know,
Yeah,
there's all type of news that could come that would just make people bullish, but also the chart could just institutions could start buying or something. Like what was crazy was like right before the dip, it was like BlackRock sold off a lot of crypto. I don't know if that might have scared a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Once you see like BlackRock started to buy back, that might make people bullish again.
Man, I just need everything to start pumping again. But that's pretty much the stream for you guys. We had a very good stream. You guys, I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Jay is here on Thursdays. I'm gonna try to at least go live maybe every Tuesday, and then Jay is gonna be here on Thursday or whenever he's free, he could come on too. So we always got something because there's a lot of development that's going on. But if you guys got some cash on the sideline, you can use it wisely at this point in time. Make sure you keep up to date with what's going on in that Zora ecosystem, the base, virtuals, everything. There's a lot of plays to be able to make money on. But
Oh, we didn't even touch on it. We'll get on it next time. But Tao,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Next stream we want to talk about some Tau.
it has been starting to cook.
Yeah. So that's the stream for you guys. I hope you guys have a good Thursday. Watch some good football, eat some good food, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.
Peace.